So hi, I'm Lucas, and my IPP presentation is going to be about drug testing in the workplace. So first of all, that's my introduction, what I'm going to talk about. So one, drug testing is needed or unnecessary in the workplace. Two, when it usually happen. Three, why does it happen in the workplace? I'm gonna show up with the pros and cons. Four, frequently asked questions by people. 5. Athletes. 6. Famous case in the sports world. And 7. The conclusion and what's the solution, what's the best solution for it. So first of all, drug testing is needed or necessary. So in my opinion, the drug test should be done on athletes who participated in high-level championships involving wages, prize, and scholarships, as in the case of student athletes of the American College League in all the sports, called NCAA. However, in the work area, the drug test, in my opinion, should be applied based on the individual values and goals of each company in relation to its employers. Uh, when drug testing usually happen, there is some points and there are some situations when the drug testing happen. So first, reasonable suspicion is the drug testing determination are sometimes the most challenging aspects of a drug-free workplace program. It can have a profound impact on safety, well-being, and productive. Pre-employment, when you test your employment before you hire. Drug testing can help you make confidence, informed decisions about current employers that you're going to hire and prevent the hiring of individuals who abuse of drugs. Uh, Post-accident drug testing, as its name indicates, post-accident sometimes refer to a post-incident. Drug testing is performed after an employee has been involved in a workplace accident. Also, it can be return to duty drug testing for employers who have previously tested positive for illicit substance or violated a company drug and alcohol policy. So, if the employee have a background with drugs or something in the past, that's what can be. What can be. Also, random drug testing lets unemployment select using a random selection process one or more individuals from all of the employers included in the employer's workplace drug testing put to drug tests. So here is some of the frequently asked questions by people made by people. So first of all, can my employer legally require me to take a drug test? Alright, so if I'm the boss, my employer can ask me for to take me a drug test. So yes, federal, state, and private employers uh, are they all are subject to drug testing. So many federal employers, such as those who handle classified information, those who work in national security, enforcement officers, uh, employees with duties to protect proper life, health, and safety, and even the president of the United States or any country, are subject to drug testing executive order. Secondly, can I be tested and fired for marijuana in a state where it's legal? For example, in California, where marijuana is legal. in the law. There are currently no restrictions under the law that limit unemployment ability to drug test for marijuana. Additionally, employers in all 50 states of the United States do not have to accommodate any employer who is working under influence or using marijuana while on duty. However, there are some states that require an employer to accommodate off-duty use of marijuana. So it depends of the case. Uh, third, third question: can I be fired for taking prescription medication under doctor orders if it shows up on a drug test? So you may be protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act, called ADA. So under the ADA, an employer cannot discriminate based on disability. However, if you over time the disability no longer exists, if the medication is interfering with your ability to perform essential jobs functions with reasonable accommodations, or if you are taking the medication illegally, then you can be fired by the company. So let's move. So there are some pro sides um, about why does it happen in the workplace. So alcohol and drug abuse creates significant safety and health hazards and can result in a decrease in productive uh, and poor employee morale. It also can lead to additional costs in the forms of healthcare claims, especially short-term disability claims. Top common reasons for drug tests in the workplace, and so it avoid hiring individuals who pose a safety risk. So also identify employers who have alcohol and or drug problems and help them recover and return to work safely. Do you do your due diligence by collecting data to reduce organizational risk and liability? So all these reasons are to improve your workplace, improve your company and your health, in your employer's health. And also it also have help hang on to responsibility employers who value safety, and also demonstrate your social responsibility to the communities you work in. So here are some of the con sides. Uh, it discloses employer personal medication conditions. It consider expensive test is not a cheap test for employer take it. Commonly used drug tests yield false positive results between 10 and 30% of the time, so it's not like 100% sure the drug test is gonna be 100% right. And employers can use a medical condition such as pregnancy, diabetes, or heart conditions against an employer if they don't like this employer, for example. And also has been employers doing accusations of violation of privacy inside the workplace. So athletes. So athletes. Let's talk about athletes now. Uh, so the high performance athletes worldwide are subject to drug testing during, before, or after competitions during the regular seasons for different sports. Uh, Usually, drug tests occurs because of some suspicion of the athlete's performance. For example, a runner, or if I do track and field and I'm running so fast, like I'm much better than all the others, like I'm facing my adversary and I'm taking advantage of like everybody seeing it. So maybe the organization or the championship organization can call me for a drug test. Um, where he is intentionally called for the test or through a rotation system alternating randomly the athletes of a certain team. So sometimes they pick up the athletes randomly, or one day can be me, the other day can be my teammate. So it depends of the organization, the tournament organization. So here is some of the biggest famous cases in the sports world that they got caught using some illicit substance and they got suspended. So Michael Phelps, as everybody knows, is a great swimmer. Was a great swimmer. He was suspended for 6 months outside the pool. Um, the reason was weed. They found weed in his blood, and he lost his sponsorship with the brand Speedo at the time. André Agassi, reason methamphetamine crystal meth is a illicit substance and a strong substance. He got suspended for 1 month after he sent a letter to the ATP, the tennis organization. But a few years later, when he retired, he wrote a biography saying that he lied a lot to the organization in his letter. Uh, so that's why he got saved for a worse suspended. So he just like got suspended for 1 month. Lance Armstrong. The reason he used a severe illicit substance during his career, around 12 years using. That's a lot of time. That's a long time. And he got banned from the sports and lost of all titles earned in his professional career. So he lost uh, the titles that he got in the Olympics. He lost everything, but he still made a lot of money. But in conclusion, uh, what's the solution? What's the best thing for it? Do let your employers know that they will be required to submit to random drug screening or drug testing sometimes, and make sure your employers or athletes that their privacy will be respected after they do the drug test. To keep their test results private. Lectures that instruct employers about the conduct of the company and the risk of using substance not allowed. So always like maybe in the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, get every employer together and make a lecture explaining them about the values of the company, about the drug testing that they might be submit to do it. To take into account an employer's unusual circumstances, work-related stress, caring for sick, dying people, unusually large workload. Do always allow employers to explain a positive result. Let them explain what happened or what they're passing through life. And also, in case of a positive test, do provide addiction counseling and rehab for them, helping them to get better and to leave the drug cycle in their lives. That's the reference, and thank you. That's it.